If I box you, they said I'm too organized. But my real life are very organized, so I don't know how to be. Ella, can you just shift? My brother that is behind the scene right now, in fact, turn this camera to show your face, has been telling me that I'm so organized. Am I a TV presenter? Hello, my mother was an NTA director. So I watch NTA 9 News all my life. That's why I'm a presenter. Leave me alone. Hello guys, my name is Makamba. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Let me take that again. Hello guys, this is my sweet self. This is my hair. Hello guys, my name is Makamba. Welcome to my YouTube. Hello guys, my name is Makamba and you're welcome to my YouTube channel called Makamba. Just right now, go right ahead, like, subscribe, turn on your notification because it's gonna be pure groove over here. I think I'm trying too hard to be like David said I should be. Anyways, I'll just be myself. I'm really excited. This is number 3 video. This is actually meant to be number 1 video, and I just want to let you know more about me. Okay, who is Makamba? You know, cause most of you know Makamba as the brand, but you don't know Makamba as the person. So this is Makamba. Then there's Makamba Fashion, which is my fashion line. My name is Makamba. Makamba actually means big woman. So big woman, yes, it actually means big woman. So it's more of like larger than life, you know, so full of herself. Just picture a Makamba woman. When you wear that dress, you're just floating. You know, that's how I feel right now because I'm wearing a Makamba dress, and I'm sure you guys are itching to see the style. This is actually a new style I put up last week. I will show you how I did it. Like, okay, I actually have my jotter here. So sometimes inspiration just comes from anywhere. So I was on my way to work. I dropped off Ella in school, and on my way back, you know, there was gospel music playing, and you know, I was just thinking of the next phase, the next picture. In fact, if you go to our page, we haven't posted in a while like any new designs because I've not really been inspired. But then that was it Wednesday? I think it was on Wednesday. You know, it just came and I just started drawing. So it's not every time I just sit down and bring out a sketchbook. So this is just my jotter, and I had this scribbled down. Can you see it? So this is it right here. So I actually didn't have, so it just comes like that. I didn't have any color, you know. So we already had this fabric available in the workshop. So I had it here, blue, and I had no idea of what I wanted this to be. Actually, we have a style that looks like this, that has like some sunflowers, but then it's just 1, but this is 3. So I had other build-ups from this design. So I'm like, okay, it can be like this. You can have like different color combinations. I'm sure when we have this in future, you guys will be the first to see. And then the short version of the dress. So yes, you guys are going to see the full view of the dress. Ta-da! So this is the look. It's just a simple pencil dress that has this, I don't know what to call it, a lapel or I don't know, something, cape in front of it with the flowers. So this is the reality. So that's that for what I'm wearing. That's what Makamba Fashion. Now, who is Makamba? I think that name actually affected me because so Makamba is like my pet's name. My name is Patricia. Most of you know me as Patricia Nsan, okay? I have another name that I'm not passionate about. My name is Adie, and I keep asking my dad what the meaning of Adie. I know there was a famous Madie that he named me after, but we really don't know what the name means, so I'm not passionate about Adie. So Makamba is my pet name, okay? So if you're Efik, most Efik families, they have pet names for their kids. So my brother that is behind the camera right now, his name is Etema David, Den Africa. In fact, he's the one doing my videos now, but I had to pay him because this guy, he's not on our level anymore, so I had to pay him. So he's all professional and he's coaching me and teaching me on how to do the whole YouTube thing. So very soon, you guys, I don't know if my videos are going to be like genge. I hope so. When I stop paying him. So whenever you see that my videos are no more looking, just know that he escaped. You guys should beg him to give me discounts. We've been together, David. We grew up together. He used to use me for practical. So Anyways, so yes, Makamba. So my name is Makamba. Makamba means big woman. Like maybe big size, large heart, larger than life, anything. It's such a positive name, and I feel really happy when people call me Makamba. I feel more at home and I feel more relaxed. So I'm like, okay, let me just make that a more popular name. So without further ado, we're going into 99 questions. So my crew have 99 questions to ask me, and I'll see how fast and how snappy that can be, so you guys will get to know me more. Fame. What do you guys want to do? Why do you want to do? Do you want to marry me? Can you watch this vlog? Like, subscribe to my channel, and that will unfold. Yes, I think that will keep you glued. Thank you. I speak Efik. So now, let me tell you a secret you guys don't know about me, and if you tell anybody, I'll just stop this YouTube, trust me. Okay, so I heard that when I was much younger, because I grew up in Calabar and I went to a school in the estate called Estate Nursery School. So I heard that when I was much younger, I could speak Efik so much, right, that I even forgot how to speak English. Like, I was rapping in Efik. Like, there's one of my sister's classmates that is all grown up now, that whenever he sees me, he calls me Nyomekaite. So if you understand Efik, you'll know what that means. That's because whenever I go to my sister, because my elder sister, her name is MJ. Oh, did I just tell you what her Efik name was? MJ is going to kill me. Oh my god, but that's no longer her name. That used to be her name till she declined. Okay, so yeah, let's keep that part. So whenever I go to her class, I'll just stand there and be like, her name. David, please don't show MJ this video. Edit it and post before she sees it. So yeah, so she started calling me Nyomekaite, So I could speak Efik so well. My mom speaks Yoruba, so I wish I understood Yoruba, but for some reason we don't understand Yoruba. So I speak English and Efik now. So so moving on my story. So at some point they had to stop me now from speaking Efik. Like, okay, it's okay, it's okay, start speaking English. So I started speaking English, and I'm not so fluent in Efik anymore. I really love when I hear my people like speak the real conk Efik. I try, but I'm not so fluent anymore. So yes, I speak English and Efik. At some point in time in my life, I was in Italy, so a little bit of Italian, but I'm really rusty in Italian. So just 2 languages, I would say. So this house is on fire. Where's my phone? Ella, where's my phone? Okay, you know what? That thing has, like, let me even tell you. It's happened before. It's actually happened before, but not this house, okay? So our former house, where we were, my auntie was there. I was there. Ella wasn't there. Ella, I think you were on holiday with grandma. So my auntie Marion was there. I was there. Rosemary was there. Yes. And Mr. Chris was there. Next thing you know, we started hearing fire, like legit, everybody was screaming and everybody was running out. I tell you, this one I'm saying, I'll grab my phone. I didn't grab nothing. I ran out. I saw my answer, everybody, like, at the point, I just realized this question, I just saw everybody's reaction, like, it was just crazy. After everything, I was just laughing. You know what my auntie went to grab? She ran in to grab her credentials. She went to grab her, like, YF result and all those petty things. I didn't even know where that one was. I just in fact, my life number one. So I just ran for the door. I know, like, when there's fire in a house, the doors jam. Okay, and it was like an iron. So that was the first thing on my mind. If I hear fire, let me run for the door. Like, I don't want anything to jam me in. Okay, so some people were running for some funny things. At the point, two of my tailors were there. People were just running to carry strange things. I'm like, please, my life. Yeah. So the fire wasn't from our house. It was from let's say 3 houses away, and it happened to be an orphanage. So, we saw fires from the roof, fire burning from the roof and all of that, and we're so scared. Everybody, like, I saw so much panic. So much panic. One woman came out with her children. She was screaming, crying. Our neighbors downstairs, I'm like, why is she screaming and crying? Like, it's not your house. Let's find out were children actually in that house. People were so dramatic. So I realized that that time, you can't really answer, because a lot of people have a lot of dramatic ways of expressing themselves. But, as God will have it, they said they removed the children from the orphanage some days before that happened. So everybody were all happy and all, because we were all so worried. Like, we saw the fire, and we kept calling the fire service, but it wasn't just working and all. Yeah. So it happened to me before. When I heard fire, I ran for the door. I didn't carry phone, I didn't carry Bible, I didn't carry anything. I ran for the door. Fight me. Hey. I like myself, and I don't like fights at all. When we were small, I think the last fight I was into was even David. This David is sad. See him behind there. He's the one. From school, there's this boy called Andrew. Andrew, if I catch you. This boy called Andrew. Andrew was like my classmate, okay? And they used to ask me to write names of noisemakers. So that day, he was making noise, and I wrote his name. And he kept telling me, after school, I'm going to catch you, this, that. I was scared though, but I'm like, don't worry, my brother, I have my brother, we're going home together. And then after school, we were going home because his house is somehow close to our house. So on our way back, he now came and pushed me, and I was just trying to form. But in my mind, I was very scared because I really don't like violence at all. So he pushed me, and then David now came, said, don't touch my sister. So that's how that was, though. That's how David saved my life. See me, I can't shout. I don't have any strength. I'll be a flamingo, because you're tall, you're elegant, and they're, very girly, very pink, and stand tall. So if I was to be an animal I don't wish to, I'll be a flamingo. Is it Maldives? Is that what it's called? I love the pictures I see of Maldives, and I would love to travel there. Like, the water is so blue, so life is just so good there. So it was, the whole childbirth, the pangs, and all of that. The emotional moment in all of that was when I got to hear her cry. I was so curious, like, let me see her, and all of her voice was so loud, like, so energetic and loud, So, and then when the nurse gave her to me, to just, that warmth of just holding her and her getting to suckle, like, as if she knew, everything, and she has been eating before. So just that moment got me really emotional. I've had many dramatic, moments with clients. Trust me, every day is like a reality show for some very interesting clients. But then there's this one that comes to mind. Yes. So we had her. She bought her dress on sale. In fact, she wasn't even a dramatic client. It was just the whole process, everything that happened like around it. She got her dress on sale. We were on sale that period. She got her dress. I think she got like 4 or 5 dresses. And then at the time, the person that was in charge of the dispatch and delivery, she sent her address. Guys, her address was Jamaica, New York. So I think it's the name of a place in New York, right? Then the delivery person and the person, our agent, I don't know how they did it. They sent it to Jamaica, that's the country. So it was a back and forth. Okay, your clothes has arrived. No, I'm in Jamaica, New York. I'm in Jamaica country. It was really funny. In fact, right now as I speak, the 5 dresses are still in Jamaica because it was so expensive sending the dress to Jamaica. They charged me about 38,000 naira, whereas the outfit going to America was about 20 something thousand naira. So the drama of bringing it back to Nigeria and sending it down there, and the woman was all, she's very graceful, but then she lost, patience and all of that, and we had to remake all the clothes and send to her in America. So that was the most recent drama, which is so annoying. These are all the things that make things so annoying. Like, you just be angry, like, didn't you see the address? The people that sent it, didn't you see the code? At least you guys send stuff all the time. You know the code going to America, you know the code going to Jamaica. So even if the woman's address had Jamaica Street, New York, you thought it was Jamaica. Why didn't you see the code and know, oh yes, this is going to America? So it was just a back and forth. Very stressful, having to remake clothes that you've done, and like you've just passed that and it's on sale, So, all of that. Those are the things that are so annoying. But yeah, one of the drama. We've had a lot of dramatic, stuff. We've had a lot of dramatic stuff. But the latest one, which is like still fresh in my memory, we have this guy, okay? He works like a supervisor, and then he stopped working with me for some reason. He usually buys fabric, so he has contacts to our vendors in the market, and they know him as our staff. So he goes there to buy fabric. We give him because he knows, he's familiar with all, conversant with the styles and the fabric. So when we have orders and we run out of fabrics, he goes quickly to purchase this fabric. And then something happened. So he stopped working with us. First of all, he was even owning the company. So he was owning the company. I was gracious enough to say, okay, you know what? The agreement was I was even meant to take so much from his salary for that month and the next month. So we drew up a plan for him to actually pay back, because he committed a huge blunder that cost the company. And then the next month, I was supposed to take up so much. I just took 5K. Me, I'm very kind. Like, I don't really do all of that. I took 5K from his salary. So then I traveled. So when I returned, he now said he stopped working. It was so fun. He told me that he's going to stop working. He just told me that day that he wants to quit working and all of that. Of which, if you want to stop working, you have to tell me a month. Yeah, you have to put in your notice a month beforehand, because you cannot just say you want to stop working and all of that. He said he's going to stop working, acting very blah blah. I said, okay, no wahala. He left. He actually left owning the company and all of that. I now sent him an official letter, with all of that and what he's supposed to pay and all whatnot. So moving forward now, like the next week, we went to the market. And then we realized, because I was away before coming back, and he said he was going to stop working. 2 of our vendors kept asking of him, and we're like, okay, he's no more working. And he was like, madam, you don't do like that. You have to tell me when your vendor stops working with you, because it's happened before. They can come back when your staff stop working with you, because it happened before. They can come back and they will now ask for materials in your name, and they'll run away with. So people do a lot of crazy stuff. It's happened before. So once a staff stops working, you have to let your vendors know, so that they won't use your name to go and collect credit. But this was not even the case. The case was that we actually gave him money to buy fabric, but this guy did not pay. So he went there and he told the guys XYZ of how he's not feeling well, and they were, since because we've been buying from them, so they told him he can come back. So this guy didn't pay 2 vendors. He bought fabric. We gave him money. The thing is that period I was away, and I'm supposed to even transfer directly to the guys, but there was network issues because I traveled. Like, it was just a lot. So I just transferred to him, since he's like someone who's been working with us, trusted to an extent. I gave him money, and that is how story. But then our vendors were also gracious enough, because normally they will say, it's you I know. They said, don't worry, they have his number, so they're going to call him and he has to make the payment. So yeah, crazy stories we hear every day. Yeah. Running with the police, where did I go? No, I'm very, very clean. No running with the police. Although recently I went to the police station to report one. I wanted to say something, but Ella is here. To report one Lala boy. Oh God. See here, tailors. Where did they come from? Which planet did tailors come from? So let me even tell you guys this story sharp before we go ahead. So this guy, he's not a full-time tailor. He's a contract tailor. He used to work full-time, but I couldn't take his rubbish. I had to let him go, and then he came back to apologize. I said, okay, no problem. If I have more jobs, so much, I'll call you, because he's actually good. He sews well. So he did a bad job at some point for a client, and it was an urgent job. So I think it was for Zaron ad campaign. So it was very urgent and all. He came and sold rubbish, and then I think he started working somewhere else. We now called him back to come and correct what he was supposed to. So he's very rude. First of all, I don't know that kind of behavior. It's very rude. So I called him. I'm like, okay, these clothes are going out now. Come and work on it. He said, madam, I know they come. In a very rude way. He even asked me I should come. He believes he's finished sewing the work, so I should just pay him this, that. So that's how this guy did not come. We didn't use the work. I just carried his stuff, kept somewhere, and we did something else for Zaron. That's how this guy started calling me later. I just ignored him, because you know how you've had it with a tailor. I actually had it with him. He's been doing a lot of rubbish in the past. So I just kept him aside and just moved up. Funny enough, luckily enough, I had other tailors that I was working with at the time. I just kept him. So he started calling me, and then he came one time and saw that we had moved on. Nobody's even calling his name or looking for him, Everybody was busy. Then he started sending me rubbish messages. He now sends me a voice note. Maybe I won't play the voice notes for you guys to hear what the rubbish guy said. He started talking he started kind of harassing me. Do you get that? If I don't give him his money, I can even take it I can go and report him to the police, what he's going to do, blah, 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 blah. Okay, that is how I went to report him to the police, because he said, if I I should report him to the police, and I don't even take those things lightly. I went to the police station, and they called him, and, he started acting like a baby. He was so scared. They called him to come, for questioning and all. So that's the last time I went to the police station. I don't know, they kept him there for some days and blah blah. I later asked them to just release him. So the police, I think, police people now, one of the guys there happened to be where he's from. So at some point he started begging for the guy and started saying, I should forgive him. Maybe he was hungry, giving excuses for him. Were you there when he was sending his voice messages to me? Blah blah blah. At the end of the day, guy asked for forgiveness. I said, I don't have any issues with you, but trust me, as I've come to register this case, if anything, even if my generator should make noise, I will come and carry you from your house. That's how he apologized, and I stopped using the guy. I'm not even seeing him, and so that's the last time I've had any issues with police. That was in Calabar, because I grew up in Calabar, and MJ, my elder sister, started cooking at a very young age. So she would go to the market and she would come back and prepare lunch or dinner. And then that day, I don't really know where she went to, but I happened to be the only one in the house, and she already had food stuff she had bought. I remember very well, it was a goosey soup. It was a goosey ingredients, and it was just me and David, I think, in the house, and I decided to cook a goosey soup. And I was excited because I couldn't wait for my daddy to come back, and then he learned I had cooked, and I served everybody, and they were like, really nice. I honestly know it was really nice, but everybody, I'm sure the excitement of me cooking at a very young age, I made a goosey soup. I remember it was really oily. I remember it had a lot of oil in it. But aside from that, I think it had a little bit of too much salt. I still remember. But everybody thought it was really yummy, and they were surprised that I had actually took the initiative to cook. Ah, David. I've had a lot of moments with this big head David. This boy. I remember very well because we usually talk about it. The first time I ever got drunk in my life. You guys won't even believe how old I was. It was with David. So we had a guest. My mom actually had a guest, and she asked us to go upstairs and bring wine from her room, from where they usually keep like the bar in her room. And David and I went, got wine, served her and her guests, and she asked us to go and return the bottle. I don't even understand. Like, I don't get. That's how, yeah, this big head David, I don't even know. I'm sure he's the one that advised or that brought up that idea. He was like, we went behind the chair, still in the parlor. Like, my mom wasn't even concentrating on us, so she didn't know what was happening. And we went behind the long chair. So they were in this other chair, like two single chairs, and we were at the back of the other red chair. I remember the chair very well. And then we're playing. That's how we started saying, let's sip small. Let me take small. Let me take small. That's how we started sipping this wine. I don't even know how, like the volume, but I know it was really high. That's how we stayed there. We were drinking and drinking. And my mom and her guests, we just started laughing. Like, she just saw that her children were very excited behind the chair. And she was wondering what's even going on with these people who just stand up and laugh and point at them and just, we're just misbehaving. That's how she just put herself together till her guest, I think it was a colleague from the office, left, and then she came and then she just saw the bottle almost empty. She didn't even know what to do to us. I didn't even know what she did to us because I can't remember what happened after that, but I remember the scene. So yes, that's the first time I ever got drunk. I was really young. Can't remember the age, but I was really young. Okay guys, so we have come to the end of this Q&A. I am exhausted already, but I'm excited because at least right now you guys know more about me. Okay, I would love to know more about you guys as well. And also, if you have questions and other things you want me to answer, you can drop them on the comment section and I would visit them, and in subsequent videos I'll get to answer your questions. So you can DM me questions, you can email questions. My Instagram page is Makamba. No, sorry, that's my official. That's for the fashion brand is Makamba Official. That is strictly for our ready-to-wear fashion brand. So now my personal Instagram page is Patricia Nsan. Patricia_Nsan is my Instagram handle. So you can always send me messages. I love to know more about my viewers, and I'm really excited and happy that you got to watch this video. Stay with me and let's do life together. Okay? Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on your notification, and I'll see you in the next video.